Well, looky here. What has happened to Mr. Whitey? Mr. Big has lost one of his antlers. Should be easy to find because he shines like a new dollar. I wonder if he feels a little bit embarrassed that he's just got one antler. You know, this is January the 19th. To me, it seems a little early, but it must not be, or he wouldn't have lost it. As you can see, the other big one, OTC, he still has all of his antlers. I kind of think that Whitey must have been embarrassed because he went off to the alfalfa shed. So, I don't know, maybe he'll come back out in a minute. You know, Whitey has got northern genes, Iowa genes in him, so that might be one reason he lost it early. I don't know. I doubt it. But I guess that tomorrow we need to go looking. There he comes around the corner. Apache just drove up. Huh, doesn't he look funny? You know, Whitey is just, I don't think quite knows what to think. We'll kind of go out and walk around. Uh-oh, here comes TC after him. He says, I can get you now, big bud. But we'll go walk tomorrow or the next day when it gets a little warmer. It's pretty cool today. And see if we can find that shed. I mean, he has just lost that. You know, the base of it has still got a little blood on it. TC's being kind of ugly. So it'll be interesting. Beamer might go out there and walk around and find out. Oh, TC's really getting after him. TC, you better go mind your own business, boy. You leave my babies alone, that's what I can tell you. Well, Lucy is having her early morning snooze out here on the deck while she's waiting for her breakfast. I guess she can hear me through the door because she's starting to flutter her eyes and think about waking up. But she was sound asleep when I first walked in here.
Lucy's herd obviously has lots of friends, lots of other deer around. You see I started talking and you can see Lucy start walking up to where I'm talking here. But these 5 deer have become definitely Lucy's herd. Lucy and the twins, Ranger and Nina, the triplets. I mean, 2 of the triplets left, and that's Forrest right there with her. Forrest got the little white band around his neck. That's a real soft rubber band. I don't know where Jenny is right now. It's very unusual that. I guess that maybe she's right over here. I don't know. I don't know if that's her or not. I can't see her ribbon, so it's probably not. It's probably. No, that's just one of their friends. But those 5 deer are they're very, very close all the time. It doesn't really matter where they are. Of course, Lucy is just, anytime I get in the yard, anytime I walk in the woods, Lucy's going to be with me all the time. We go for walks in the woods. You can see that little Forrest there is wanting to play a little bit, and he's kind of wanting to rub heads with Lucy, which is his adopted mama. I think that's just the way that he looks at it. That's not his mama. We know that. In fact, he's probably just getting pretty close to weighing as much as she does. And she's really, really fat and healthy right now. Just beautiful. She got so sick this past summer when it was hot. I gave her 2 or 3 shots, real high-dollar vaccinations. And it's amazing. Deer don't worry about vaccinations, whether they're safe or approved by the government or not. She didn't like a vaccination. She didn't really enjoy that. I tried to just give her one with a hypodermic needle. That was a total train wreck. So I just didn't want to shoot her with a dart gun, but I did. And then we also got some paste that we added to some crackers and stuff and got down her orally. And all of the above saved her life. And there's absolutely no doubt about it. I think she had a really, really bad case of pneumonia. Could have had the coronavirus, I don't know. But but I think just a really bad case of pneumonia. But this little deer herd of hers has become very, very precious. And, you know, it's amazing how these deer, of course, get a lot of supplemental food, South Fresh Deer Feed, that we get in by the pallet from Decatur, Alabama. Anybody down that part of the country or anywhere that's needing deer food, it is absolutely great. And that's one of their little friends right there. That's not one of the herd. The only one that's not around right now, we got a red collar on her yesterday, a red ribbon, not a collar, on Jenny, which she looks really, really pretty with that red ribbon on. She sure does. But they feed out here in the front yard constantly. They're eating little clover that's coming up. It looks to me like little short green clover. They also eat a lot of the leaves. Now, not all kinds of tree leaves, but the dead tree leaves that have fallen, a lot of those are really, really good, and they eat them. They eat a lot of them. So, but this little deer herd has really became a social little deer herd. And they have a lot of company. They have a lot of friends. But Lucy is the matriarch, I guess you would say, matriarch. But come May or June, we're going to be looking for more babies. It's going to be exciting. Stay with us.
Really scroungy looking. How about we?
What in the world happened to you? Have you been in a fight, Forrest? Look at him.
That's not Forrest.
Huh?
That's not Forrest.
That's
That's a yard deer.
Huh?
That's a yard deer.
What deer are you talking about?
That one out there's a yard deer.
That's Forrest.
No, it's not.
That's Forrest. Hi, Forrest.
It's not Forrest.
Why are you?
Here's Forrest.
Huh?
Over here's Forrest.
That's Ranger.
A ranger.
This is Forrest right here, and this is Nina.
Well,
You don't even know your own deer?
Well, he sure is scroungy looking.
Well, he is. That's Forrest. What's wrong,
Come
baby?
Here, Forrest.
You been in a fight or something? I wonder look at his coat. What in the world happened?
Come here. Let's brush your hair. Come here,
He says, I don't know about you.
You don't look very handsome. Come here. Come here. Come on.
It's okay, Forrest. So you don't even recognize me. I don't trust you. You don't even know who I am.
Looked like he had another white tag on his ear.
Huh?
Yeah, baby. You might have to get me a...
No, you can't.
Come here, baby.
You want to get something to eat? You want me to put something to eat? He says, I want something to eat. I'm going to have some pretty good horns. What you doing, baby? Well, how you doing there, Jenny? Hi, Jenny. How's Jenny? How's my girl? That's my girl, Jenny.
You need to be calm, guys.
Hi there.
They're
Yeah.
ugly looking.
And there's some yard deer out there. Well, I don't blame him for not paying attention to you.
That's so big.
You didn't even know who I was, boss. You don't even know who I am, and then you're out trying to. There you are trying to. Jenny says, I'll just eat out of the big bowl. That's my size bowl right there. Those little collars look pretty tight, but that's a real soft, real loose, elastic. Not tight at all. They're going through lots and lots of deer food right now. We go through a bag of South Fresh for these 5 pretty quickly. All right, are you going to get over where she can brush you? They normally like to be brushed. It feels pretty good for them, that brush right there. I wonder how he got so messed up. I wonder if he'd been fighting or what caused him to get so messed up like that. Some of the does have hit him or something, or I don't know. Maybe he's been laying down, rolling in the grass or what. But boy, he's ragged looking. Yeah, ragged looking guy.
But look, I'm getting prettier.
You notice how much larger those twins are than the triplets. They're just a major difference in the size. And the big deal is that they're Iowa genetic deer. Really big, high genetic deer. And, you know, actually, Jenny looks kind of rough, too. Now, Lucy, she loves to be petted.
Well, I think one thing is that their fur is so much heavier than...
Their heads are larger, and, you know, they're just much larger. You look at little Ranger over there. He's such a tiny, pretty little rascal. He's like the prettiest deer in the whole place. And now, Forrest might have some pretty good-sized horns, too, this year. His first horns.
Lucy's got a nice sleek.
Yeah, I I rub her a lot with my fingernails. I don't know what happened to her side there. It looks like she's been shot with a bow, but probably
right
caught it.
No, that's just where she skinned herself last
Probably on a boat motor. Prop. I'd say that's on a prop.
Did you get that on a boat motor prop? Hey, boy.
What you doing, baby? I think you're really enjoying the food. It's a pretty nice day out here. It's about 50 some odd degrees and relatively calm. Just an awfully nice day. And this is Lucy's little family right here, twins and 2 out of 3 triplets. It'd have been really neat if Indy would have lived. We don't really know what happened to Indy, but we actually saw another little spike buck, and we thought, when I first saw him, I thought it might be Milburn, was laying out there by the feeder. And actually, I went out there and looked, and it was only a spike. It wasn't a 3-point like Milburn, so it was not Milburn. I got kind of excited because I thought it was. And then when the deer got up, I had not seen this deer around. He just got 2 big old spikes. And he's a pretty good-sized deer, pretty ragged looking. And when he ran off, his back leg is completely broken. It's just like when he ran, he was running on 3 legs, and his back leg was just flopping. It was terrible. I felt so sorry for him. But he ran and got just fine, and I don't guess it hurts or anything because he didn't act like it. Kind of wished I hadn't maybe even get up and run. But I didn't go up close to him. I was just looking at him to make sure it wasn't Milburn. And when I first saw him, I hollered out his name because I thought it might have been Milburn, but it wasn't. We still keep thinking that Milburn might show back up, but that little spike I've never seen here before. So that does happen. So Milburn could still be running around somewhere on the property. Could have got on the other side of the lake and got lost, and you just never know. We might find him back over here someday. So, well, I tell you what, Mr. Forrest, you do look a little better than you did a few minutes ago. I know you didn't like to be scraped there. Oh, look what Chris has got. Chris went and got some grapes. Those grapes are absolutely fantastic. I got up in the middle of the night. I'm on a low-carb diet right now, and I ate about 20 grapes. And I know that's not good for you because grapes are high carb, high sugar, but those grapes are absolutely fantastic. They're fantastic. Hey, what about Ranger?
What about Jimmy?
What about Ranger? Hey, Ranger.
I want to cut this one off of Jenny.
Well, the only thing is you cut it off of her, we're not going to know.
Well,
We're not going to know who it is. I mean, she needs a
if you'll,
she needs a collar.
we don't have a ribbon.
And if you can get a ribbon tied on her. She's getting to the bottom of it. You tie one on her then. And get one tied on her. I'll try to keep feeding them grapes. Here you go, here you go, here you go, here you go. Good and tight, real tight, real tight. But loose. That's it. How about that? You got a new pretty ribbon. Here. Okay, I'm gonna turn this off because they're getting in the...
What do you want? What do you want? You can't come in here. What do you want? Are you wanting some grapes? Just slow down a little bit. Let me go outside. The others want some too. Everybody's here. Come on. Come on. There's yours. And there's yours. And these grapes are so good, so you can probably get in line too. Wait, it's not your turn. You're not, it's your turn.
Boy, they love grapes.
They love, well, what's the matter?
Forrest get a little sick?
No, I think he must have got some
He might have got choked.
dust up his nose.
He might have got choked on a grape.
You know, we need to try the oats.
I know I hadn't got them out of the truck yet. I got a bag of oats on.
Well, Bill Price sent us that gift card or sent the deer the gift card for Christmas. And we were at
Tractor
Tractor
Supply.
Supply the other day, and we bought them a sack of oats. They may or may not eat it. Jimmy and I may wind up having to eat that whole sack of oats. I don't know.
I can eat 50 pounds of oats. Works for me.
I don't know that it's the same kind of oats that we eat.
You only have 4 there. Forrest.
Well, that one that was sneezing.
That's Forrest. He walked off, didn't he?
Yeah. I think he didn't want to be rude. And
You sure do need to get a ribbons on little Nina and little Ranger. They're like miniature deer.
I know.
And Ranger's got that white on his back. Isn't he something? I'm telling you.
Two tiny reindeer.
They're so small
You
compared.
are so aggressive.
Lucy says, I love grapes. I love grapes.
They remind me of some little snakes looking up out of a den or something.
They're little baby birds.
Yeah,
reaching up
birds.
for a worm.
Lucy, you wait your turn.
Lucy's not much on waiting her turn.
You wait your turn.
She
you
says,
just
I get
go.
a private breakfast. I should get a.
Here you go, baby.
Y'all are supposed to chew them up. They're juicy and sweet. I've been eating too many myself. They're ruining my diet. No carbohydrates, and I've been eating the deer's grapes. I just try to eat 1 or 2, but it's hard to do.
Come here. Here you go, baby. Quite as firm. It might not have been as sweet. Like you.
That is so funny. That is so
Yeah,
funny.
we'll have to try the oats out, guys. You don't know. You've never had
Gonna
any
wipe
of
the whole
those.
bag out.
Well, I'm going to try not to.
It looks to me like you about have.
No, I still got quite a few.
You dropped one.
Yeah, okay, that's all.
There's one on the floor, guys.
Whoever finds it can have it.
Looky here, guys. Looky here. Looky here. Look there, Lucy.
Lucy says, I don't like to pick stuff up off the floor.
She says, my tongue doesn't work real good. She rolls it around and gets them, though. All right, guys, that's it. We're going to save a few for later. That bag's about history.
I got to have one to be evenly fair.
There you go.
All right.
All right, guys. Thank you, Miss Chris. Thank you, Bill Price.
There's Whitey with his one antler.
There's Whitey with his one horn. Wonder if he realizes he's a one-horn flying purple people eater.
He does. He was kind of embarrassed acting.
Was he a little embarrassed?
Yeah.
There's Whitey and TC with his 2 horns. I've been walking looking for that one horn. I haven't found it yet. I think I'll go a little bit this afternoon for an hour or
Easier
so.
to see now that the sun's on.
It should be. Should be real easy. All right, guys. That was a nice little snack. Later. Looks like that Jimmy is going for a walk down toward the point. He's kind of looking around for Whitey's antler that he's already lost. And usually when Jimmy goes for a walk in the woods, Miss Lucy has to go too. Now she has looked up and saw that he was headed that way. Let's wait a second and see if she goes too. Now watch her. She's looking. She's looking. She doesn't hardly let Jimmy get out of her sight. Oh, there she goes. Yeah, she's got to go follow Jimmy to the woods. Yep, there she goes. She says, where are you going, Jimmy? I'm going with you. She probably says, I don't have any babies hidden out down there. No sense in going down there to look. So there she goes. I figured she would. Oh, she says, I better run. He's going to go off and leave me. She got to where she could see him again, slowed down. So she's on her way. She's not going to let him go without her. And she'll walk with him no matter how far he walks. And not come back until he comes back. She does better being a companion to him than Beamer does. I
Thought maybe some of the others would come and join them, but it looks like it's just going to be Lucy. Well, it looks like that Jimmy and his buddy have made the round. Doesn't look like they have found Whitey's antler. Looks like all they found was a food bowl that had blown away. He's supposed to be finding a white shed. Instead, he got a white bowl. But I think Lucy made it back with him. I think. I don't see her yet, but she's probably back there somewhere.
Found a white bowl.
I see that. You didn't find a white shed, huh?
I found a white horn, but it was on a whitey deer's head.
There comes
He's
Lucy
down there.
running up the hill.
He's laying down there in the bottom. I just walked right by him. He's still got one horn. I asked him where the other one was, but he didn't tell me. He never told me where the other one was.
He probably thought if you want it, you go find it.
They like to drink out of this plastic. They have a whole lake, but they would rather drink out of plastic. Footprints around here. They like drinking out of plastic. Same water, it's what they drink in the lake. Except this has been run through a big high-dollar filtration system. Maybe not as good as the innate state water, but very good water. A lot more expensive than the innate state water.
I think Lucy might be thirsty after her walk.
She probably come get her a drink.
She is.
What you do, boss? Give me some cold water? How about that, baby? Huh? How about that? We've been for a walk in the woods, hadn't we? Yes, we have. We've been for a walk in the woods. Yeah, that's my baby. My baby. Yeah, my baby girl. Been for us a walk, hadn't we? We like to walk in the woods, don't we? We gotta find Whitey's horn. She said, I don't like horns. I don't like them. Found your bowl. She said, put some grapes and carrots in it. Yeah, put some grapes and carrots in it. Yeah, heck yeah. I'm gonna find that horn. I might have to go look after my meeting. I sure might.
Lucy thinks she's going to come up the steps too. Where you going, Lucy? Did you think he said he was going to go put some carrots and grapes in that bowl? I think I'll just go out in the yard. What are you going to do, Lucy? Think you'll come this way? And she's going to look and see that that door is open. And my bet would be that she makes a beeline to go in that door. So I better go cut her off. Hello, Jimmy. Hello, Jimmy. Come here, Lucy. No. You stay out here. Hello, Jimmy. Where are you? Hey, Jimmy, you went off and left me. Hey, you left me outside.
No, you can't come inside. You stay outside. You're a deer. You're a deer. You're a deer, yeah.
I thought I was going to slip in.
No, you can't come inside. You're a deer. You stay outside. You mess on the floor. Yeah. You could live inside if you learn to be like Beamer. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm a deer. Yes, my baby. I know you are.